talked about a triple threat team on the desk. Yes, come in.
Come on, join us.
Hey, guys. Hey. Sit down, have a good one.
Congrats. That was quite a stomp once again, Perkz.
Yeah.
Amazing game.
It was a good game. I mean, the only thing was we lost Baron.
Yeah.
They sneaked Baron, so the game...
It was on spawn.
The game essentially lasted 7 minutes longer because we couldn't get this objective. So they made us stall a bit longer, but I think our comp was also probably just stronger in late game, so we were not really scared. Like, I mean, I wasn't worried, yeah.
I would agree on that, and especially, GB, we were talking about Vitality and how proactive they can be. I want to hit on the draft quickly here, and especially how smart the Jace R5 was here on the side of Vitality.
Well, in general, it's just super nice to have this long range into the range that you already see from the side of Excel, and it also just creates a different, lane you could play for. As we saw, I thought that Bo did a phenomenal job. He was always answering Malrang in the exact same position they were in. No, Malrang, sorry. I saw Maokai, and I thought Malrang, you know? Cersei on the map build. In that regard. So yeah, really well played by Bo.
Perkz, any comments on the jungle top here this game and how hard they smashed the jungle top from Excel?
I mean, my teammates were all kind of smurfing.
Yeah.
So it was good. I was just there to be the support, the engage that we need, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy with how my teammates played. Photon with the solo dive.
Oh God.
And I think it's so great in this instance as well because Odo loses the entire wave while he's getting ganked at the same time. So you trade 1 for 1, but it's just more beneficial. You can see it again. While Cersei is up here, Bo is just in the right space every single time. And while Odo misses the E here, who makes the play even easier for them, I mean, it's so nice.
And that's the thing, playing reactive in this situation is not enough, I believe. Top jungle.
Asian top jungle better than Romanian top jungle confirmed here on stream.
God damn.
Yeah, confirmed here on stream. We've been talking, of course, about the return of Upset. Perkz, I wanted to have your take on this. Having him join as a teammate, bringing in the team because he was very vocal in Euphoria about the fact that he didn't have enough or much time maybe to scrim with you guys given how fast he was brought in with the team. But yeah, tell me about working with Upset so far and what he brings to the team in terms of leadership.
I mean, we only had like a few days of scrims with him in the office before we started playing him, which is normal because this is usually like a spring split that lasts the whole time. So we basically made the change between the spring split, which is all right. And I think he's fitting in really well. Like he's kind of what we needed in terms of bringing like leadership from the bot lane. Like he knows exactly what he wants, what he needs in the game, and not only what he needs to be strong, but also like I was pleasantly surprised with like his general knowledge of the macro, you know, for the whole team, like what the rest of the team needs to be doing. If someone is doing like a wrong move or lane assignment, I think he's super smart. Yeah, he's better than what I thought he would be, honestly. Yeah. So I'm really happy with the addition.
And this is something we've been discussing, GB, as well. The fact that bringing Upset in on the bot lane is going to give a bit more room to the rest of the map. And that's what we saw on top lane.
Yeah, actually, when I said that earlier, I thought it was going to be in a totally different context. Because, you know, it's a new team. You already said it. You didn't have too much practice. So I didn't see that. In my head, I was thinking, maybe, okay, we just play fully bot side every single time. And the top lane matchup will just be individually 1 versus 1. And that's where Photon can excel because he can be better than the other top laners. But that's not the case. We're already seeing the way this can be a triple threat team due to the fact that we saw yesterday how heavy bot side it was played. We saw here how much it's being given in the early game. But it's not just so much about the fact that, oh, we're only bot side, we're only top side. It's the fact that the pieces are actually being rotated around. And I think in this game specifically, a lot of credit has to go to you because you are very selfless on the Annie as well. The fact that you were willing to drop waves, go down towards that bot side, making sure that you get multiple sides of the lanes ahead was just, it was beautiful to watch.
And that's something I wanted to ask you, Perkz, of course. I know it's Leader who was talking about mid lane being not as useful as it used to, but more being a pivot towards other lanes. What's your guess on the state of the mid lane right now, and how do you see your role, especially when it comes to the different individualities you have within Vitality?
Yeah, I mean, usually the champions that are picked like early are like the strongest in the meta, and usually you see like the same couple of champions being played. Like for example, when it was like Azir, Corki meta and stuff like that, like when it's like heavily farm meta, like there is some metas where mid lane is like really strong, or like Sylas, Akali when they're like really OP, right? But I think as of right now, and it's been for a longer time now, I think like last year and even last split, kind of I was playing a lot to just win lane, and you know I was focusing a lot on like giving pressure to my team by negating enemy mid laner from the game. But instead now I'm kind of changing up my play style to try to be more helpful to my teammates and less about me winning my lane and kind of like me using my windows to get advantage from my team rather than getting advantage from myself. I think now I have the teammates to really do so as well. I think everyone is playing really well, and I feel like this is kind of my time to put my lane aside and kind of like help the whole map. I think this is the way to play. And sure, there are some cases where maybe I'll be farming a bit more and maybe I'll be playing for my lane. But as of right now, I just, I kind of want to do what is the best for the actual draft. Yeah.
So, LEC question here. Can I get your temperature check on it? Is this the best team you've had since 2019 then?
Yeah, for sure. I think for sure. Like, honestly, we are like doing also, this is not just like a fluke. We are doing like super well in scrims. And I haven't been doing this well in scrims in like a long time as well, right? And I think everyone is like kind of putting the extra effort now as well that Upset came in. It's also a honeymoon phase, so we will see how we do once we, start actually losing games because we're not going to be winning the whole split or the whole year, like...
The split is short, maybe the honeymoon phase can last.
The honeymoon phase can last probably the split, right? But it can last the whole year or even longer, right? So we're for sure going to come on to our problems very soon, sooner or later, right? So it's just about knowing kind of that what we have is like, can make us a good team, right? So as you mentioned, we are doing well now, but we just started playing as a team. So we just have to keep going and not get complacent or not think we are good because we're not actually good yet, Like we are just having these wins where, we're not bad, I guess. Yeah. I'll stop talking now.
That's fine.
You're really, really good, actually, which makes me really excited about the G2 Vitality game coming next week. But that's the story for week 2. Perkz, thank you so much for joining us today. Congrats.
Thank you guys for having me.
My pleasure. On taking down Excel. And that's all for us here on this side of the studio. We'll be right back for game 3 in just a couple minutes. Fnatic versus SK Gaming. Stay tuned.